All right, time for the Joy Business Report. Coming up this morning, Governor of the Bank of Ghana gives indication of significant progress made by Ghana in passing first review of International Monetary Fund program next month. Also calls for resignation of Governor of the Central Bank, Dr. Ernest Addison, lacks justification. We hear from Executive Director of the Policy Initiative for Economic Development. Plus, Ghana City to continue to exhibit mixed performance this week against the dollar and other major foreign currencies as renewed corporate demand surges. Details coming up. My name is Darryl Kwao. Thanks for being with us. Hello to our friends listening from Kofu Radio and KTU Radio. First up, Governor of the Bank of Ghana, Dr. Ernest Addison, has given indication of significant progress made by Ghana in passing the first review of the International Monetary Fund program next month. The governor disclosed this when he addressed the media on recent developments at the bank. Here's George Jaffe with more.
Ghana is set for its first program review with the IMF next month. The fund will be tracking those fiscal and monetary targets as at the end of June this year. But Governor of the Bank of Ghana, Dr. Ernest Addison, believes the country has met all those very important indicators that should help it to pass the first review.
These are the issues on the floor of net international reserves. Instead of drawing down on our reserves as the fund had expected, we have been able to build more reserves. We have delivered on the zero financing commitment as of June, and it's continuing.
The governor is also optimistic that inflation could start trending down in the coming months because of developments on the food market.
In the third quarter, as the harvests come in, we should see some improvement in the food part of the story.
But what will passing this first review do for the economy? Well, it could trigger fresh funding from the country's development partners like the World Bank to finance the budget. Government is hoping to secure about $2 billion from the IMF, World Bank and the African Development Bank before the end of this year. These inflows could go a long way to help in stabilizing the Ghana city.
George Jaffe with that report. Now, the Executive Director of the Policy Initiative for Economic Development, Daniel Amate-Enim, has indicated that calls for the resignation of the Governor of the Bank of Ghana, Dr. Ernest Addison, lacks justification. The Bank of Ghana recorded a loss of 60 billion cedis in 2022, and this has sparked calls for the Governor to resign. But speaking on the marketplace on Joy News, Dr. Amate-Enim said there's no justification showing a deliberate facilitation of the loss recorded by the Central Bank.
The call for him to resign is a very difficult one. Per our laws, there should be a justification in the sense that he has maybe willfully undermined systems put in place at the Bank of Ghana, deliberately facilitated the kind of losses that we have witnessed from the BOG, the kind of policy that they were pursuing. It is politically motivated, it's not from a professional perspective. And of course, the call for him to resign may be appropriate. I think we've not gotten to that stage yet. I must admit that looking at the report that came, I'm not so much enthused with some of the happenings, of course, in terms of administrative expenses and then the like. But as we all know, some of these expenditures were as a result of the debt estate program, which probably may fall to some extent out of their scope.
Executive Director of the Policy Initiative for Economic Development, Daniel Amate-Enim. Now, economist Professor Lord Mercer has questioned the impact of the Bank of Ghana's finance and support to government from 2020 to 2022. His comment coming at a time the central bank has clarified is strictly adhered to the zero financing of government expenditure until the economic difficulties set in last year. Speaking to Joy Business, Professor Mercer queried the impact of the intervention by the Bank of Ghana on the economy.
Possibly in the attempt to rescue the situation on the ground, there should be some kind of benchmarks. There should be some kind of target. Are we getting those targets now? Let's ask some few questions around the possible rescue that it came in for during the difficult times of the economy. What have we achieved out of it? Have we been able to, re-energize the economy, to have businesses having access to funds? Have we been able to build up the economy to the point of where inflation is coming down. There is an economic reason why, funding from the central bank to government must always be channeled through the corridors of the monetary policy.
You heard economist Professor Lord Mercer. Now, Ghana City will continue to exhibit mixed performance this week against major foreign currencies as renewed corporate demand surges. This is coming after the local currency recorded mixed performance last week. Here's more in this report.
Last week, the cedi held steady during the initial sessions after the Bank of Ghana provided some foreign exchange support, but weakened at the tail end due to rising corporate demand. The local cedi lost 0.44% week on week against the US dollar to end last week's trade at a mid-rate of 11 cedis, 48 pesos on the retail market. It, however, remained stable against the pound while advancing 1.61% against the euro. In the 34th foreign exchange auction for the bulk oil distribution companies, the central bank provided $20 million at a 30-day forward rate. FX demand poured in from local corporates from the midweek sessions to the last trading session, which put the local unit on the back foot. The cedi has lost about 11.5% to the dollar on the retail market and about 21% on the interbank market.
That was a business dash report. Let's check out the currency market this morning. The dollar going for 11 cedis 48 pesos on the forex or retail market. The pound going for 14 cedis 78 pesos, and the euro going for 12 cedis 40 pesos. Now, players within the network marketing industry are calling for more sensitization programs to support the space. According to them, this would clear the misconception of many describing the operations as fraudulent. One star director, Long Range Ghana, Kennedy Amako, says the business can contribute to job creation.
Gone are the days where people carry products on their head, go around and sell. Network marketing is far away from that. About illegality is far away from that. But there's a thin line between network marketing